This is Alessandra Ziviani coming to you live from CPAC. Today we are going to do female to male makeup. So what I'm going to attempt to do today is kind of recontour my features of my face to give them a more masculine look. There is a definite correct way and incorrect way to do this. So what you're going to need are highlight and shadow. I'm going to use a cream. I'm going to do cream for my face all over. So I'm going to use a cream foundation and cream highlight and shadow. I'm just going to be using this kind of lighter color and this color that's a couple shades darker than my skin tone. So I have some primer on my face already because it's going to make everything nice and tacky. So I'm just going to take a little bit of foundation, and I'm not going to put too much foundation on my face for this look, just because we don't really want, men don't typically wear foundation, so we don't want it to look super flawless. I'm just going to put a little bit in the places where I'm going to be doing the most contouring, which is going to be my chin, my nose, and my cheekbones, also my forehead. So I'm just going to do a really light layer of foundation on my face. So let's talk about the main differences of female and male features. So on female features, everything's a little bit more rounded. The angles are softer. The forehead is protrudes more here in the frontal part. Up there's not so much of a eyebrow line as there are in men. There's a big protruding eyebrow in men typically. Also our eye sockets are in females are a little bit shallower than males. So that's something we're going to be working on when we do our contouring. I'm also what I'm going to be doing is I want to make sure that I'm going to be putting a lot of foundation in my neck as well. Just a nice dose, because I'm going to create an Adam's apple and necklines that are more masculine as well. So I just want to make sure that I've got some full coverage there. And I'm using a little bit darker foundation than my skin tone, probably like shade or two darker, just so you can see the effects of the contouring, because my skin is really light. So I just want you guys to get a real good idea of what the contouring is going to be like. So here we go. I'm just laying this stuff on my face, just like that. Okay, so I'm pretty well covered. I've got a light covering on my face, which is what I want. So we're talking about the different features. Obviously the cheek line is different, the jawline is different, the Adam's apple is different. On men, the features are very angular, whereas on women they're very soft. So I'm going to be doing a lot of kind of squaring of my face off with highlight and shadow to make that appearance happen. So I'm going to start with my shadows first, and I'm just going to load some up on a kind of just a synthetic brush, because you're using cream makeup. You want to use synthetic hair brushes for cream. And I'm going to start with my cheek line, and I want to go up a little bit higher than my actual cheek line, because it does come up a little bit higher on men. And I'm going to bring it down farther than what I typically would, and I'm going to square it off like that. Kind of this real chiseled, we're doing that Marlboro Man look. And I'm just going to blend that down and up, just like that. I'm just going to work across my face. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a little bit of shadow underneath my lip line to deepen my chin. The chins of men are more square than ours and wider. Our female chins typically come to a point. So that's also something that I'm going to do, is I'm going to put some shadow here as well, just to make the appearance that my jaw is wider than it is. So here we go. go. Moving up into this little area, my Cupid's bow, I'm just gonna drop some shadow right in there to give it a little bit more defined look. And then I'm gonna go over and do my other. And I'm going above, this is my normal, where I would put my normal shadow here. I've gone like a finger above. And I'm matching it on the other side. And I'm gonna blend. I'm just gonna use the back of my hand. So already we can see a real difference in how that definition has made my face look. It's definitely more angular. I'm just gonna drop a little more. I might do a little darker just in here too. Give it some real definition. Go here, a little darker too. Just like that. Great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some shadow on my neckline. I'm actually going to put a little bit more foundation on because I want to show you. I want to get it far down my neck because the neck is a giveaway. You have this nice, smooth, feminine looking neck and you won't trick anybody that way. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the natural shadow of my neck right here. I'm going to drop some shadow this way and this way. And then this is where my Adam's apple would be if I was a man. So I'm going to place some shadow kind of in a half circle. I might come up just a little bit too, to give the definition of something being there. So here we go, just dropping that shadow line in, just like that. And I'm just going to blend a little bit. And then I'm going to come in and draw in where my Adam's apple would be. Just like that. And I'm kind of blending it down, giving some soft edges to the sides. I want to make a harder edge here. Go. There. Okay. Before I move up to my nose and eye area, I'm going to redefine my chin. Again, female chins is like a sloping kind of rounded definition. So I'm just really I want to really over define my chin area and I want to make sure I get a lot right down here. So, and I'm just laying it in right now and I'm going to go back and blend it. Hello there. Thank you for watching. Here we go. So, and I'm just kind of lifting it up so I can see what I'm doing here. And that's creating already, you can see a nice shadowing of my chin. So now we've got the Adam's apple, we've got the defined neck points. And again, I've only done shadow at this point. So I've widened my chin here. I've deepened my dimple right here. What I'm also going to do, I might actually put a little dimple in the middle of my chin. So I'm going to pull it up that way. It's a little dark right now, but I'm going to kind of fade it later with some more highlight. So I'm just kind of fixing the angles right now. I'm going to add a little bit more in my cheeks, just like that. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the bottom part of my face for shadow. We're going to go back in and do highlight. I'm just going to do all the shadow first. So my nose, the next part of my nose, so men's features, including their nose, they're always a little bit more sunken in and a little bit bigger than female features. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make my nose wider and deepen my eye socket. So shadow is going to go here, and kind of I'm going to pull it out farther than I would. I'm going to pull my, I'm sorry, I'm looking at that cleft Kirk Douglas chin there. That's right. That's what I'm going for. So I'm going to pull the shadow out more here, and I'm going to really deepen, because men's eyes also appear a little to be more narrow. You know how we typically put white in our eyes when I've been doing female makeup to make us look far apart. It's like a quality that is attractive in women that defines like femininity. So narrow, having a dark shaded area here, is going to make us look like we have more masculine features. I'm also going to widen the base of my nostrils, and also to make my nose appear longer, I'm going to actually make kind of a bulbous point here that'll make it look that from far away that my nose is actually protruding out farther than it is. I'm also going to put some shadow right in here, which is going to be kind of some men have this, sunken in area on the bridge of their nose because their eyebrow bone is it protrudes so much. So we're going to just kind of enhance that by putting some brown right in there too. So I'm going to go for it. So I'm just going to talk it through. So I'm just really going to lay in some of this brown, and I'm going to bring it all the way up into under my eyebrow, just like that. And I'm just going to blend a little bit, because I put a lot on the brush. And then I'm going to pull out here. I'm going to kind of go around my nostrils like that. And then I'm going to pull up again here and pull into my eye socket like that. I'm also gonna, my nasal labial folds right here, I'm gonna define those a little bit too. I'm just gonna pull it down just a little bit and pull it over, just so they look a little deeper. And this also gives me a little bit of age. Remember, we did this for age makeup, but it also kind of, what it does is really kind of sharpen the contrast of, the depth of what we're dealing with more masculine looking features. So here I'm going up like that. Okay, and now I'm gonna add, like I was saying, in the bridge of my nose, a little bit of shadow. And this will make more sense when I come back in with the highlight. So, and I'm also gonna put some shadow almost in a circular motion here around my nose. And I'm also gonna put some on the base of my nostrils. And this is all gonna make the appearance that my nose is bigger, longer than it actually is. You can see that it's already having that effect on there. I'm going to deepen this a little bit, so we can see that how much that actually has changed everything. I'm just going to blend this up a little bit. So you can see that my nose looks like I got a big old honker. And I'm just going to blend this down a little bit, just like that. And you can see that my nose looks like it's bigger, wider, all that kind of stuff. I'm just messing with my cheekbones. Here we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and do my forehead. And this is kind of an important part. It can be skipped over sometimes, but it is really important. Even as a woman, you're going to shadow your temples. These are your temples right here. And I'm just going to shadow them. There we go. So now, because of this, for male features, because there's this high, we're going to shadow this whole area of my face, this high eyebrow bone. I'm actually going to bring in the shadow about halfway through my forehead, just like that. And I'm also going to kind of triangulate it out up here because it's going to make my forehead look a little bit wider. There we go. In places, there we go. So here we go, you can see. So this is basically the kind of look that you want to do with the shadow. Now I'm going to go back in with a highlight. And I'm going to start down here in my chin. So because I'm giving myself this kind of cleft chin here, what I want to do is I want to highlight on either side of it, just like that. I'm going to highlight this part of my chin. I'm also going to highlight my jawline. And I'm trying to keep it really angular still because I kind of want that chiseled jawline look. So I'm going to put a little bit up here on my Cupid's bow. And this is again just to kind of, it's giving depth to the shadow that I've put in there already. And I'm going to go ahead and do my upper cheekbone here. A little bit over here. And you're going to extend like you extended the shadow, you're going to extend it down farther as well. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrow bone. And my nose. And I'm just gonna drop a little bit of highlight up in here as well. And now I'm just kind of very gently blending. I am gonna put just a touch of highlight on my eyelids, not too much because I don't want it to look like I have any kind of makeup on at all. I'm just doing it to pop again because we are on stage. We don't want to lose our eyes no matter what we're doing. So I'm just adding a little bit of highlight to my actual eyelid because I have put a lot of dark shadow on the sides of it. So here we go. So I'm fairly happy with this right now, the way this is looking. I am going to put a little bit of highlight here, and then I'm actually going to put a little bit of shadow underneath my eye just to make it look a little like my eyelids are a little bit set back more. And I'm just going to mess with this a little bit. And I kind of lost this bulbous thing, so I'm going to come back in here and do that again. There we go. Okay, so now I feel like my features are they're looking pretty good. I will go back in a little bit and fix some, but right now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change my eyebrow shape. So as women, our eyebrows we pluck them. They're thinner. They're also more manicured from, men's eyebrows go like into their, into their, they attach. They got a unibrow sometimes. We got to help them. So what I am gonna kind of mess up my inner part of my eye, and then I'm gonna make this more squared off, basically, so it's not so arching. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna square off my eyebrow underneath. I'm just gonna add some color here, and I'm gonna square it off here too, and I'm just gonna make it kind of like that, thicker. And now I'm gonna pull it out a little bit this way, so I look like I have some strays coming in, and also that it's more squared off as well. So kind of like that. And then I'm just gonna use the spoolie, and I'm gonna make it look a little bit more natural, just like that. I'm gonna fill in a little bit. So now I have a really big eyebrow. And I'm gonna do the same over on this side. And I'm squaring off and filling in the bottom. And then I'm making it not such a delicate point at the end. Not that my eyebrows are that delicate right now, because it's been a long time since I got an eyebrow wax because of COVID. But so here we go. And I got these monster eyebrows now. Wow. Here we go. And I'm just gonna make this a little bit thicker. So there we go. Got some big old eyebrows now. Next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to, I'm pretty happy with everything. I'm gonna put a little slight bit of powder on my face before I do my kind of facial hair that I'm gonna do on my face, just to kind of set everything in place. I'm not gonna put too much powder on. I'm using a brush that is kind of, I don't know how you say this, but it's sparse. It's like different lengths of brush. And so I have just a little bit on there. And I'm just gonna very gently powder some of this down so that it doesn't move while I put like a 5 o'clock shadow on my face. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna put a 5 o'clock shadow on my face. I'm using it's a stippling sponge. It's not the best. I got it at CVS, but it does have a lot of holes in it like that. And I'm gonna actually tear it a little bit to kind of get more like fresh holes. So let me see if I can see that. Kind of like that. And I'm gonna dip it in the darkest color I have, shadow I have. And I'm just gonna kind of lightly dip it in there and go ahead and try to see. I'm gonna start with my mustache area. And I'm just gonna stipple a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow on my face. And now you wanna be aware of, where hair grows. It grows upwards towards the nostrils and down. I'm gonna kind of bring it down this way. Now I don't want to put too much on my highlight that I've put down by my cleft chin, because I want it to still kind of be seen. So I'm just gonna really lightly apply there. I am going to go up the side of my, and I'm really being delicate with this because it is also cream. I guess we've powdered ourselves, but it can smear and then everything will get a little muddy, and I don't want that to happen. And then when I'm kind of happy with the base of it, which I am getting there, I'm going to just do a little bit more down this way. Then I'm going to come in with a very fine brush and do a little bit more. Okay. I like that one side of my mustache, and I'm not so much liking this side. I'll get it there though. Oh, I got glitter on me. Why? How did I get it? How did I get it on me? All right. So I'm pretty happy with this beginning part of my 5 o'clock shadow. I'm taking a really tiny brush. It's very small. And I'm just going to mix a couple of the colors, and I'm just going to poke in there that's some more defined, like little. And this gives me better control than with the sponge, so I'm not smearing. Hi, Chris. Thanks for watching. All right, so here's my 5 o'clock shadow. I think it looks good. Okay. Now I'm just going to add a little bit more powder to keep the my facial hair in place, just like that. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Actually, you know what I am going to do? I'm going to do a little bit of hiding. I'm just going to put a little bit of, I'm going to hide my lip a little bit because I don't want it to look as full as it does. It's not, and I'm going to also do that to the tip of my Cupid's bow, just like that, because I don't want to look as full of a lip. I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. I'm actually going to maybe put just a little bit more shadow here on my cheeks to give me that real chiseled look that I want as a man. I'm going to be chiseled. Here we go. And I got my cleft lip is looking good. I'm going to fan it out because it kind of does a triangular thing at the bottom. So it kind of goes triangularly into your jawline like that. And oh, I forgot to put highlight on my Adam's apple. Can't do that. That's what was looking weird. Okay, so here I'm just going to highlight my Adam's apple just like that. And also kind of do some highlights from the, and I'm going to kind of blend it like that. I'm going to blend here too because it'll give the appearance of depth. Just like that. Great. So I'm pretty much done now. What I'm going to do is just like kind of throw my hair up a little bit. Just kind of, I was looking at my promotional picture before, and I'm kind of a skeezy guy, which I kind of like. And I kind of looked like, I thought I was like a PI at first, like private detective, or my husband said I looked like a hitman, which is cool. I also kind of look like I don't know, like some sort of like weird circus performer, like out of Chocolat or something, like a river rat. So hobo chic. So I'm just kind of pinning my hair up, and I'm going to put a hat on just to kind of cover it. Now, normally I would not do it like this. This is just a quick fix. I'm just going to hide my hair kind of like that. I just kind of want this kind of like you know, ooh, that's a lot of hair. I got a lot of hair. This kind of Kurt Cobain-y kind of like grunge hair look. A mosquito. Can't believe that was so long ago. We're getting old. All right, and here we go. And that is my kind of skeezy, hey, what's up, man look. Oh, my hair's way too long on this side, sticking it up there. Yeah, there we go. I think it's okay to have some long hair with the kind of guy that I am. And here we go. And there you have it. I have made myself look masculine. I hope your firstborn child is a masculine child. Anyway, that's from The Godfather. So next week, I will be doing animal makeup. So I will be changing my face to, I think I'm going to do a cheetah, but I'm not sure yet. Some sort of cat, since it's my, my favorite animal. So tune in next week, and I hope you guys try this out. If you're a female, you can try it out. If you're a male, you can try out. A couple weeks ago, we did male to female, and you could do that and post a picture. All right, so I'll see you guys next week. And till then, I don't know. Stay sexy, San Diego. We're not in San Diego. All right, stay sexy, Sonoma. Bye.